finished this yesterday. It is This is The Upside Down of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. So, this is a YA contemporary. It is book 2 in the Simon versus the Homo Sapien Agendas trilogy. If you've watched some of my book videos, you know that I'm trying to get through series that I have been reading for a very long time, and this is one of them. I didn't actually know this was in a series. I thought this was in a separate, like, standalone, but it was in this trilogy. And I have read Love, Simon and Leah on the Offbeat like in 2020 or 2019. So I got this from the library and I read it. I actually listened to it on audio because I got it from the library, the audio and the book. So a two in one. I give this book 3 stars. I give the other 2 books, I think, 5 stars because I was younger when I read them and I was more in this mindset, like teenager, 17, 18-year-olds, and I'm not there anymore in that age group. So it was really cute. It followed the main character, Molly, and she's basically learning about boyfriends. Basically, this book, she's learning about boys, getting a boyfriend, have feelings for boys, you know, the Humpty Dumpty, because she feels that she is the last person to do every single, like, bits with boys. She feels like she's the last person, and we can see her thought process, we can see her overthinking when she's talking to a boy, like, is it a friend, is it more than a friend? And yeah, it's really cute. It's cute. It's a good coming of age trilogy, but it's not particularly to my liking at my age now. So I recommend this book if you are younger than 20. It's a good one. Book number 1. The next one. The next is had loads of actors, producers come to her house for like 3 days to film out back of her house. And one of the main actor, he's a very beautiful man. I think he's in his 40s, and the main character is in her 30s, late 30s. He just, you know, stays on her porch one day. He seems to be having like an alcohol addiction. He's drinking a lot of alcohol, and he's just on her porch, and she's like, what the F? What are you doing here? And they just chat, and he just shows up every day until the end of filming, and then he stays longer. It's a very, very short book. It's less than 300 pages. And it was really cute. I do recommend. I do recommend. I recommend. Rightio. The next book is The Favourites by Lane Fargo. I gave this book 4 stars. So, I quite enjoy this book. I like the layout of it. It went from like a newscaster point of view to the main character's point of view. Or is it in third person? It could possibly be in third person. I can't remember. And it follows Olympic ice skaters. As you can see. Olympic ice skaters, and it's kind of like childhood friends to lovers, and I love that. The main character, what is your name? Katerina and Heath. Katerina lived in a very small town, and she ice skated, and then this boy came along, Heath, and he is a foster kid, and he got thrown out of his, not thrown, but the house that he was living in, the foster home. It wasn't great. So Katerina started skating with him because he went to her school. They started skating on this random ice rink, and they were friends. They liked each other's company. And yeah, it goes from there. Katerina's household, her brother is very abusive. He's not a nice brother. Not a nice one at all. Yeah, I enjoy this. It went up and down, the relationship, because I think when you work with someone that closely, that you're also intimate with, it's hard for those lines to not blur. And that is what happened. That's what these characters experienced, and it was really cute. A little bit of toxicity, a little bit, but it was entertaining. It was quick to read. It was very quick to read. It was like, let me see. Oh Lord, 430 something pages, and it was very quick. So I recommend this. It's a interesting romance, and yeah, it definitely didn't live up to Daisy Jones and the Six, because I loved Daisy Jones and the Six. if you already have Kindle Unlimited, great, read it. But I think Kindle Unlimited is possibly, it's between €9 to €11, so it's a better deal. Guys, when people were telling or saying stuff about this book, it's not as popular now. It was very much popular like a year or two ago. They were saying like drama, toxic. I did not know the full extent of that until I read this. I had so much emotions that I was suppressing while reading this book, because I was like, Sarah, don't think, just read, don't think, because I hated every single thing these characters did. Oh by God, by God. So in this first book, I suppressed all my emotions and didn't feel, but then I did start to feel in the second book. It follows the two main characters, Magnolia and BJ, and they are rich. They come from rich families. They are spoiled. They are bratty. They are terrible people, honestly. They're yeah. I understand some of the things that they did when reading more of the series, but I can't excuse their behaviour to one another. It is atrocious. If my friends were like that to me, I would excommunicate them from my life. There was a lot of cheating, there was a lot of backstabbing. It was just like, sorry, what? And I love Gossip Girl and Made in Chelsea. I love them. But the thing I didn't like about this, or when it's a drama book, is I don't like being in the main character's head. That is the issue, because I don't like knowing what they're thinking, because what they're thinking most of the time is horrible, and it's just really manipulative. And obviously we don't get that in TV shows. We don't get the person's thoughts, stream of consciousness, unless we're watching You, but we're not watching You. So it just goes about their relationship, ups and downs, a lot of downs, a lot of downs. But let's get on to the second one. Let me see, where are we? What's the second one? Is this the second one? Okay, the next one. Daisy Hates. I give this book 4 stars. I like this one a lot more. I'm definitely a Daisy Hates girly. Definitely a Daisy Hates girly. Magnolia, I'll tell you how I felt about her at the end of the series. But Daisy, I enjoyed her. She's in a gang family. She's in like a gang lord. Her brother Julian is her only family, and she knows how to, use a gun. She knows how to defend herself. They have very much high security because of the possibility that someone could be trying to kill them. And we get Daisy's point of view, Christian and Julian, her brother. And Christian is the love interest. And up until the end of the book, I was rooting for her and her Romeo, who is her like childhood sweetheart, because it gave the same vibes of Magnolia and BJ. It gave the same vibes as that. So I was kind of rooting her and him, but then I no longer was at the end of this book. Or was it the second book? I don't know. But yeah, it was very quick to go through. This series is very, very much character based. It's dialogue. It's a lot of So this was the book that people were saying that they started to feel for Magnolia, or to understand her. And I obviously read what happened, some stuff that went down for her character to be more like her character, or how she is. And I still did not like her. I still did not condone her behaviour. I don't think that if something very, very bad happens to you, that allows you to be a very, very bad person too. So, yeah. 3 stars. We're gonna put them here. The next one is The Great Undoing, Daisy Hates. I give this book 4 stars again. I read this one quite quickly actually. I still really enjoy Daisy. Actually, I forgot to say. So, I was not liking this book up until like the last 50 pages or so. I liked the last 150 pages. No, not 100, 50 pages. Because they were getting their shit together. They were getting it together. And then something happened. And I enjoyed what happened. Was it good? No. But I enjoyed it. That sound, if you've read this book, you're like, Sarah, what the F, bro? But I think it's what needed to happen. Yeah, that was what I had to say. Back to this one. Yes, 4 stars. I really like Julian. I really feelings of just pure like annoyance that this series brought up in me, and just like how like, because I can't fathom myself doing it or my friends doing it. I find it hard then to fathom other characters doing it to such extreme lengths. But I did enjoy this. Therapy, yay. Therapy. Yeah. I was sad actually to finish the series, which is odd. Very odd, because I spent 2 weeks just reading these books. I'm a girly that likes to read series back to back. If I have them. Or books in a series back to back. And yeah, I enjoy this series. Would I recommend? I'm not too sure. So yeah, that was the Magnolia Marks universe. Right. The next book I read was a graphic novel. This is The Sad Ghost Club number 3. So, this is a series that I'm in the middle of. This is why I read this book. So, excuse me. I read the first volume, like 5 years ago. And the second volume, like 5 years ago. So here we are, finishing this series. It is a graphic novel series following ghosts. It's very, very cozy, very cute. It's very heartwarming. That's what I have to say. It is heartwarming. I recommend if you're in it's a very quick read. It's a very, very quick read. It's cute. This one delved into more of one of the characters suffering from the pressure of doing stuff and feeling like they need to do stuff in order to be liked by the group. And it was cute. I give it 3 stars. 3 stars. I recommend the series. I recommend it. Okay. Right. The next one. Okay. Next we are getting to this is Vengeance of the Pirate Queen by Trisha Levenseller. I give this book 3.555 stars. This was in a trilogy I think that I needed to finish, so I picked it up from the library. I finished the trilogy. Thank you. And yeah, I enjoyed this one. Actually, I did enjoy this one. It follows the main character, who is a assassin pirate. So we have a really badass main character. She kills people, and we read about it, and she has no qualms with killing them if they're bad people, and it was fun. But the main character in the previous 2 books, Alosa, I think, tells this main character, what is her name? Serinda, that she needs to go on a mission to go to this island or this ice place because this vet practice. She goes there, and he is very, very, very straightforward. He is like, you either pay this amount of money, or you should put your dog down. And she was not happy with that. She was not happy. So she was like, F you, I'm going to make a GoFundMe to pay for my dog's operation. And she made the GoFundMe, and she made the amount of money for her dog's operation. And then she goes back to this vet practice, and she's like, that was me saying and she's like, I made the money for the operation. He's like, I know. And then he's like, do you want to go on a date with me? And she says yes. I love how straight talking the male character was. Xavier, I loved him. He was straight to the point, straight to the point, and I really enjoyed that. No beating around the bush. I also really liked our main character, Samantha. I really enjoyed her. But there's issues in both of their homes, both of their family lives. It's not great, and it's true. People have been saying that this book is like, it's like the romance subplot, and I understand that, but I still really, really enjoy this. It goes through things, it deals with topics that people have to go through. It happens in people's lives, you can't control it, like when you have to help your family and your romance or your actual life takes a back burner. Like, it happens. It's life. Life is shit sometimes, and life. So you could see that, the struggle that they have, and it was so good. I so recommend Abby Jimenez. It was so good. So good. Next one is, oh my god, this was a rogue book. I really like going into the library now and picking up a random book that I have heard of but not that much, or have never heard of, or have heard of and found, you know. So I went into the library and I picked up this book. It's from an author that I know, but I've never read her books before, and it is Breaking the Dark by Lisa Jewell. I give this book 4 stars. I'd probably give it like 3.75 now, thinking about it. This was unlike anything I have read before. I've never read a crime superhero book ever, and I did not know how to feel about it when I was reading it. But you know, exploring my genres. And ladies and gentlemen, I have never heard of Jessica Jones before until this novel, and then I had to look her up. So it's a Jessica Jones Marvel crime novel. She is a private investigator and retired superhero. She lives in Manhattan, and this lady comes to her one day with a job